Hi guys, today we are going to learn operations and expressions in JavaScript. So, from the last lesson we studied that there is variables in JavaScript and we can create it very easily. Like var a, it's like 5, var b like some string, and var c it's true, and var d is null. Also we can create variable which is equal to other variable, like variable e equal a, and variable a if is undefined. So this is what we already learned. We know couple ways to create variables. We know the types. It's all primitive variables. Okay, but also we have other types, object types of variables. First is variable is array. It's created with this array is created with this syntax. It's empty array. I can put there some values. It's like 1, 2, 3, and etc. So this is array. It can have some values like letters A, B, C, and etc. Or something like this, like false, true, or other values. So this is array. Array it's like array of some variables, some values. Also we can create object. To create object we can write like this. This is empty object, but I can create this object with some values. For example, a equal 5, b equal 7, let's say. Why do we need this? Well, objects, they represents object from our real world. For example, I can create car, and this car can have color, let's say red, and it can have some engine, let's say 3.0. So we create car which has color and which has engine. So that's way how we create objects in JavaScript. Next one. We can create functions. Yes, sorry, here var function. Yeah, so this how we create function. Function is some code that we are running usually. So if all other variables it's just some data, for example like name, age, or some other data, but function, this is some code, something that we are doing with this data, something that we are doing with our variables, and we can run function. I will show you how. We will study all these objects. We will study arrays, objects, functions. Just for now, you should know that function is just one more type of object that we can create. And we can run it, but we will study it. So, this is all types of objects that we can create. Objects, arrays, functions, and primitive types. That's all. And we can do some operations with these variables. And today we study all expressions and variables that we can do with this type of objects, with this type of variables. First of all, we can add them, like 1 plus 2 will be 3. Yes, we can add numbers, but also we can add strings, like 1 plus 2. If this is strings, we will have 12. So it's like string 1 plus string 2 will have string 1 and 2. as you see. And next, also we can try to add like string plus number. The result will be the same, and it doesn't matter from which side string. So like this will have same result. Yes, also we can try to add like, let's say, number and object like this. The result will be 1 and object. What happened? Why this result happened? Actually, this is object, and all objects have methods. And one of this method is toString, which can modify our object to some string. And here just was run method toString, which creates string. And after that, 1 plus this string give us 1 and object. So this is just a string which come from this object. Yeah, something like this. Also, we can try to add, let's say, true plus true, and we have 2. Why so? Because true it's changed to 1, and false will change to 0. So for example, true plus false, we will have 1, and false plus false will have 0. Yeah, like this. So simple. What if we try 1 plus null? We will have 1. What if 1 plus undefined? We will have none. Yeah. And what about 1 plus 2 plus hello? We have 3 and hello. Why is this, you will ask? So first of all, we add our numbers, and 1 plus 2 we have 3, and after that we add 3 plus hello, and in this way we get 3 hello. Yeah. Also we can subtract. For example, 3 minus 2, we will have 1. We can multiply 3 multiply 2, we will have 6. Also we can divide. 3 divide 2, we will have 1.5. And we can make this operation. This call is a reminder of the division. So when we try to divide 3 divide 2, we have 1, 2 and plus 1. So this is 1, this is a reminder of the division, and we got this 1. Yeah. Also we have priorities when we use our expressions. For example, 2 plus 2 multiply 2, we will have 6. Why 6? Why not 8? It's easy, because priority of multiply is bigger than priority of adding. So here we will multiply first. 2 multiply 2 we will have 4, and plus 2 we will have 6. So that's why we have 6. Also we have operator plus plus, and plus plus, it's like it works like m equal m plus 1. So it just adding 1 to your variable. So here m will 6. As you see, it's 6. But if I write like this, it will be 5. Why so? But next time when I try it will be 6. So 5 and 6. This operator, it works after everything is done on this line. When we log our m variable, only after this it will be add 1. I can change it. I can move it plus plus here, and it will work like first it will add 1, and only after that he will do all other operations like console log. So this is the difference. Plus plus m will add 1 and then do other operations, and m plus plus will do all operations, and after this we'll add 1 to this variable m. Also we have minus minus, which works the same way. As you see, it will minus minus 1, but only after we do all operations, and we can make it like this. We of course can try like this, but it will be exception, so we can do it like this. So let's try to compare some values. And first, what we are going to compare, it's let's do it like this: 1 equal 1, and of course it will be true. So if two operands of this operation they are equal, to compare we use these two equal signs, and if they are equal we will have true. If they are different, for example of this 2, we will get false, as you see. But there is 3 equals. 3 equals compare not only values but even types. So for example, if this is a number and this is string, they will be not equal by 3 equal operator, but they are equal by 2 equal operator. So 2 equals compare data, 3 equals compare data and type of variables of these operators. Yeah. We can try also compare, let's say null equal null, and they are the same. So if you have two variables which is null, they are equal. Undefined equal undefined. As you see, they are equal. None not equal none. So if you have two variables, they both is none, they are not equal. And if minus 0 and 0 we compare, they are true. So both 0 is true. What about arrays? If I have two arrays, let's say var r, just empty array, and var array2, same empty, and var3 which are 3, which equal to array. We can compare these arrays. Array equal array2. No, they are not equal. So even they would have same data, they are not equal because this is different arrays. But it equal to 3 because they are the same arrays. So according to arrays, it works like that. It should be the same arrays to compare them. What about if I try to compare null and undefined? Yeah, we will have true. They are the same. But if I try triple equal, we have false. Yeah, they are not equal. Also 1 equal true, but of course cause it's different types. Triple will have false. Also, as you understand, 0 equal false, and it's obvious. And we can compare equal operators, but also we can compare bigger operator. For example, 2 is bigger than 3. No, it's not. But 6 is bigger than 3. It's true. And we can compare bigger or equal. So 6 bigger or equal, yeah. And even 3 is bigger or equal 3. But 2 is less than 3, so it will be false, as you see. What's interesting is that we can use strings here, like this. And we will have false. But if there are 6, it's true. So it works even with strings, as you see. So we are going to study other operators, and there is operator in, which is check if array has some value. For example, we have such array, and we want to check, does it have some value in index 0? Well, our arrays they have indexes, and these indexes start with 0. So for example, the first will have let's say A, B, C. So A will have index 0, B will have index 1, and C will have index 2. We will study more when we will work with arrays. For now, just we needed just to study how in operator works. So in operator is checking if this exists in this. So if 0 in this array, and this is true. Yeah, but if you will try to find the third element in this array, it false. So in checks if some element exists in array. Next, we are going to study instance of operator. So let's create date. Like this, new date 2010 January 15, let's say, for example, doesn't matter. And we can check if date instance of date. And yes, this is instance of date. Why do we need it? For example, you create some JavaScript library, and you have very cool methods, and some people call your methods, and you can give them some operations with dates, like adding dates, substring dates, multiply dates, or something like this. And you give this to people, and they send you some variables, and you work with them. But you need to be sure that this variable is instance of date, so you can check it with this operator. So this is very useful sometime. Also, you can check if date is instance of object. And yes, all object types like this they are instance of objects, or other is primitives. You can check if this is a number. Yeah, no, this is not a number, this is date. You can check if this is array. No, this is not array. You can check if this regular expression, and no, this is not regular expression. Also, you can try to check if let's say 5 is index or instance of number and no, 5 is not instance of number. As you remember, this is primitive type. If you want to make it object, you can use wrapper new number, and after this it will create object, and it will be instance of number, and by the way it will be instance of object like this, as you see. Also, I can show you that all primitive types is not objects. So true, it's not object. String is not object. But we of course can use our wrappers that I showed you the last time, like new string, which is create object, and you can check that this is object or this is a string. As you see, this is a string. Well, the same about boolean. About arrays, let's create some array and check that this is array, and this array also object. What about null? Null is not instance of object, and the finite is not also instance of object. So as I said, all these values is primitive, they are not objects. So next operator is operator AND. It works with boolean values. For example, true and true, and we will have true. So true return true only if here and here is true, like true and 1 will have true. Yeah, and 1 and 1 we will have true. So how does it work? Actually it works next way. If from the left side is true, it will return value from the right side. So if here true, it will return true. If here let's say hello, it will return hello. But if here is false, it will return value from here. For example, if here is 0, it's false, it will return 0. Yeah, that's the way how it works. It can be very cool. For example, you can do something like this: if true and console log hi. So if here true, it will run this code like this, hi. So it runs, and sometime you can do very cool things. So it return if first operand is true, it will return second. If it's false, it will return first operator. Same thing about operator OR. It works like this. So if here true and here true, he returns true. But if one of operators is false, result will be false. But it works also, I mean, if both operators is false, it will return false. Yeah. if one of them is true, it will return true. But the interesting part here is it works the same as operator AND. So, for example, if here true, let's say 1, it will return 1. If here some string, if it will return the string. But if here is false, for example 0, it will return the second operator, like this. Yeah, like this. It will return second operator. Of course, if second operator is also false, yeah, it works like this, false. Let's go next. We have operator not. So we can say not true, we will have false, and not false, we will have true. And of course I can make it like a couple times, not false, we will have false, of course. What's next? Let's create variable n, which is 5. And I can write n equal n plus 7. And we will have 12, sorry. Like this. But there is a shorter way to write it. I can write it like this. N plus equal 7. Do the same thing. So it's the same as n plus 7. And put it in n. Same thing about minus. So it's like 5 minus 7, we will have minus 2, as you see. Yeah, it works like this. And next operator is eval. Eval make cool thing. Let's example, you get from somewhere some string, and in this string you have JavaScript code. For example, you can 5 plus 5. Eval will run this code and you will get the result. So, like this. You will get 10. Also, you can, let's say, create some variable here like var k equal, let's say, 7. You can eval this expression, this string, and then you will have variable k, and just like this you will have 7. So this is how operator eval is working. Also there is one interesting operator which is work next way. Let's say 1 equal 1, then you want to write first, or you can write second. So this operator works like next. If here you will have true, it will return the first operator. If you will get there false, you will get the second operator. So let's run it. We have the first because it's true. But if I say let's 2 equal 1, no, it's not true. We will give the second. That's the way how this operator works. It uses a symbol of questions and this symbol. Yeah. Next operator that I want to show you, it's type of. How type of work? It return type of your variable. For example, type of 5 is number. type of true is boolean, type of string is string, type of new date is object, number same for boolean, same for object. Yeah, you will have object. If you put here array, you will have object. If you put object here, you will have object. But if you write function, you will have function. And what about null and undefined? Null we will have object, and undefined we will have undefined. Yeah, so that's how type of works. And the last operator that I want to show you is delete. So I can create array. It's like 1, 2, let's say A, B, and C. So I create array. The second, I can get second operator like this. Second value is B, but we start with 0, so 0 operator is A, second operator, which is 1, will be B. So if I run it, I will get B. Then I can delete it. I can delete it like this. Delete. And after that, value will be undefined. So if I run this script, I will get true. True, delete some value from array, and then it will be undefined. So delete can delete some values from array, but it can delete our variables. So for example, if I write var, let's say q equal 5, then delete. Let's console log delete q and console log q. As you see, I can delete, the result will be false, and the value of variable is still 5. So we can delete values from arrays. So delete operator can delete some values from objects like arrays, and that's pretty much it. So what we are studying for today, we know that there is a couple of we know how to create variables. We know that variables can be primitive types like number, strings, boolean, null, and undefined. And we know that there is objects, arrays, and functions that we will study next. And we have a lot of operations to that we can use with these variables, like adding them, subtracting, multiplying. We can take a type of, instance of, deleting, and do a lot of things with these variables. Next we will study a lot of different ways to work with these variables. But for today all, I told you about almost all most common using operations with our types and our variables. Well, that's all for today. Thank you all for watching and have a nice day. Bye.